Jack, 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 Jack. Watch it. Jack, 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 Jack.
Hello everyone, this is a Samurai Jack episode review for Season 5, Episode 2. And man, oh man, a lot went down within this episode. Honestly, compared to the first episode, like last week's episode, a lot went down. And at the same time, they didn't, use too much. And what I mean by that is, one thing that... this was when Samurai Jack was about to be greenlit into a series. One thing that, executives at Cartoon Network had a problem with was that, there's not enough, sound or talking, through the episodes. I think kids will be turned off by that. But, Genndy, the creator of the show, said, no, it'll be fine. Probably even just perfect without, much talking or anything like that. That's what makes, Samurai Jack. And we get a perfect example of that within the episode, because there's, 80% sound and music. The only sort of, talking that goes through the episode is with Aku and Jack. And weirdly enough, they're both with themselves. With Aku, if, some of you probably notice, if you're, hardcore, old Samurai Jack fans, you probably notice that his voice is a little bit different, and that is because the old voice actor for him died a while back. So, yeah, we have a new one, and he's pretty much, the replacement. I really don't notice the difference, probably because I haven't seen, I don't remember too many, actual Samurai Jack episodes with Aku talking all that much, so it doesn't really bother me too much. And I think, he's just as ridiculous, funny, and more or less evil at the same time as he was before. So that's really nice. And then you have Jack, who's talking to himself, or more or less talking to you would either consider it his conscience or his past self, probably even both so much. And that is that there is no point in running, there's no point in fighting, and there's almost no point in going back by this point. You've wasted too much time staying here, all for what? With the question mark. So, Jack is having this inner struggle, and his conscience or past self, the vision that he sees, more or less, well, I wouldn't say more or less, but tries to talk him to commit suicide, basically, because that's what the Vision Jack says. The only honorable thing left to do would be to no, can't do that. No, not yet at least. And then they got what I didn't want, and that was with teasing the horsemen, the samurai horsemen. They don't bring it up through the entire episode ever again. He just pops up and he's just there. So, as again, hoping for episode 3, we'll probably get an answer to that. Probably not, since that episode is going to be probably a lot more action-packed than what we got before. This episode, really, really great. I was only talking about, it's only 3 minutes in, and I'm only talking about, the sound and everything that they did. I haven't even gone to, the best part of the episode, and that is, of course, Jack fighting Aku's daughter. It's a 1v7. One guy versus 7 women. How is he supposed to win? Jack thought, or at least... Actually, no. Let's rewind a bit. What I thought was going to happen through the episode is that, through the preview, what Jack was saying at least, that he thought Aku's daughters were robots as well. And so I thought, okay, so it's going to be Jack versus Aku's daughters and that giant beetle that he fights in the beginning of the episode. No, that beetle got destroyed within one hit by the spear. That was pretty funny, actually, but Aku's daughter destroys Jack within this episode. They hit him so fast that Jack can actually barely see them through the episode, and he was convinced that they were robots or anything like that. But no, they're just really, really well freaking trained to specifically make sure that this man dies. That is their entire life's goal and their destiny. And they're doing a pretty well job of it. They destroyed his motorcycle. They kept breaking his armor piece by piece. His gun, the little gun that he had, gone. The machine gun that he had, gone. And the only thing that he pretty much keeps And he doesn't even get to keep it so much. That also gets taken away from him, but he gets it back later. And that's the little high-pitched knife that he got from Scaramouche last episode. That gets taken away. That's like the first thing that gets taken away from him. But he luckily gets it back, and that's what pretty much, saves him for now. But then they go into the tomb, or at least, like, he's in the tomb, and he's running around, and there's no talking whatsoever. It's just the sound of footsteps, rain, water dripping, and then just the high, tense music that makes everything great. Especially when he's, like, inside one of the tombs trying to hide, and they're building up anticipation, trying to find him within that little room. Oh man, that was intense. Jack actually looked like he was scared for his life, and I was scared for him. I'm surprised that, like, they actually found him. I would have thought they would have given up and searched somewhere else, but, there's only so many places you can hide within that place that they haven't looked already, since there's so many of them. They can look almost anywhere. Jack escapes, and then he's leaving, and then this is what shocks a lot of people, even myself. And I don't want to sound, I don't know, too cool or anything like that. Like, yeah, it can't get me. But I'm going to be honest, it takes kind of a lot to actually shock me or make me actually gasp. Like a real one of those. It takes a lot. The last time that I actually did that I can remember when watching a show was when Garnet crushed Peridot with her bare hands or her gauntlets. I didn't think they were going to go that far with it. That really shocked me. And this one, what really shocked me was when Jack was fighting one of Aku's daughter that cut him off when he was about to escape. And the thing is, it looked like Jack didn't even want to do it. He first headbutts her mask, which cracks it. Then he cuts her neck, and that pretty much kills her. That shocked me, and pretty much shocked everyone. Now, I know people are saying, oh, it's Jack's first kill! But, you've got kind of the hardcore fans, or, just basically a Samurai Jack fan saying, no, that was not his first human kill, at least. He's killed, like, at least 3 other people before that. Now, I don't really want to get into the argument whether it was his first kill or not. I'm just more of the fact that he actually did it, and from his face, more or less, it looked like it was by accident, or at least like he didn't want to do it. Well, actually, no. Let me rephrase that. I wouldn't say that it was by accident, because what he was thinking through the whole episode that they were robots, and because of that, he didn't know when he cut the neck that there would be actual blood. He's used to like all the oil and stuff and like all the liquid that comes out of the robots, like Scaramouche and stuff. No, this is actual blood, so that's what actually shocks him. So my bad on that. It wasn't that like he killed a human. That is part of it, more or less, but this is in self-defense. He was shocked that all 7 of them, or at least like what he's now thinking, is that they were all humans and they're like tearing him apart one by one, piece by piece, literally, especially with his armor. The dude, all that armor that you see in like all the previews and stuff, gone. Jack is practically naked by this point, and he's now out in the snow and everything like that, and he escapes into the river, and I don't even think that he has that knife anymore, because like when I saw like the trailer, because that explosion at the end of the episode is in like one of like the trailers when the show's coming back and stuff. I thought like he dived into the water. No, he fell because he lost so much blood because the knife's in his it's in like his stomach, so he has to deal with that. And I'm pretty sure he does get it out by like next episode and stuff, but he's gonna have to deal with that wound. And either he still has like that knife, either he's gonna use like the high-pitched knife and the knife that he like now has in his stomach, or he's going to lose both of them and just use whatever he can. I know he's going to like use the weapons against Aku's daughters, because that was in the preview. And I think I'm also going to make this like tradition as well of talking like about the preview as well, and with the episode review. And through the preview, it looks like there's going to be a bit more talking as well. Not like that's not going to be a turnoff or anything like that. But it's probably going to be a bit more action-packed this time, because if you see in the preview, like that 1 second of him just like the knee of justice right to one of their faces was just, that got me excited, and probably got you excited and everyone excited. So I'm looking forward to that episode, and it's probably going to be a bit more intense because Jack practically doesn't have any weapons or anything to defend himself. No sword, guns, anything like that. It's just him and nature against 6 of them now. And last thing I could talk about is the wolf. You know, the wolf in the episode, that's pretty much like representing Jack within the episode. I did see a comment on like a video on like, you know, that was pretty much the episode that's online and stuff. Did see a comment that like, you know, the wolf is clearly like supposed to like represent Jack and everything, like what he's doing fighting those bigger animals and stuff. But you see at the end of the episode, like the last thing of this episode was that you see not only the bigger creatures that he was fighting are like down and pretty much dead, but the wolf is also like down, bloodied, and dead. So this might mean that I don't think it's that Jack will die against Aku's daughter. He will be very injured, badly injured, I can guaranteed. But he went a step further in saying that each one of those wolves are like the threats that he keeps facing. So one was like all of Aku's daughters, you know, one's down, and then like the others are like the threats, and then one of them would like represent Aku. You can see the comment on screen. I'm explaining it so badly, but you know you can get from this. Basically, Jack might die by like the end of this season or series or anything like that. Hopefully he doesn't. That would be really, very, really very tragic. Really very, yeah. So yeah, I think I've rambled so much. It's kind of me fanboying within this episode because it was really intense. Lots of action, lots of really dark stuff, contemplating suicide. You got, you know, actual death and stuff, you know, from like an opponent and stuff. Jack wasn't expecting it, and things are starting to get really, very, really, very real. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have any questions, comments, or concerns, and any other discussion topics you guys want me to talk about. I'll try to answer them the best I can. Want to draw any fan for the channel, we greatly appreciate it. My email will be in the description below. Have a great day, have a great night, whatever time you're watching this, and everything else you know what to do. Bye.